Hey everyone, welcome back to Rev and Review. This is the channel dedicated for automotive reviews only. So today we are having a Suzuki V-Strom in the house, and Suzuki calls it as a crossover. So we will check that whenever we will be riding this motorcycle. But before that, let's do a quick walk around of this motorcycle. So in the background, you can see it's a beautiful Suzuki V-Strom 250 SX. So without further delay, let's start the walk around. So let me share a little details about the spec sheet and the actual hardware of this motorcycle. So this motorcycle is having a 249cc oil cool engine which runs on a SOSC platform, and the compression ratio is 10.7:1. Then the peak power it produces, it is 26.1 horsepower, and at the same time 22.3 Newton meter of peak torque. Then this engine runs on oil cooling technology. So if many of you might not be aware about it, then let me tell you, Suzuki was the first brand to develop the oil cooled motorcycle engine. So they have gained their expertise, and that's why this engine is having a very decent thermal efficiency. If we talk about the two marketing tagline, then here you can read it is SOCS, and the second thing is the ACP. So SOCS, as I told you earlier, it is Suzuki's proprietary oil cooling system, and ACP, that is the Suzuki Eco Performance System. So that technology is basically Suzuki has given us a very lighter component in the engine, and that's why they are very robust. They move freely, and due to that they produces a less friction. So some of these parts in the engine itself, so they are derived from the MotoGP technology. So if I can name them, then the roller rocker arm, then retainers, then valve and piston. So these four parts are directly derived from the MotoGP technology. So basically they are lighter in nature, in having a special construction, and at the same time they are having an anti-friction coating, and due to that it gives good mileage, good performance at a relatively lower fuel consumption. Wheelbase is 1440 mm. So they achieved this by altering a little bit dimensions in the Gixxer 250. So they changed the swing arm, and they are now having offset telescopic front. So due to that the swing arm is extended by 100 millimeter. So that extended swing arm may give you a good stability on the highway. So that we will confirm when we will be doing our test ride. Then if I talk about the tires, then Suzuki V-Strom 250 features MRF dual sport tire. So front is having 100 by 90 by 19 inch tire, and the rear is having a 140 by 70 by 17 inch tire. So tires are dual sport in nature, so they can tolerate little bit of off-road also, and hopefully they might be offering a decent grip on the spirited highway rides also. So we get a dual channel ABS in front as well as a rear brake. Front brake caliper is made by Brake, and having a rotor which is having a 300 millimeter of size, and in the rear the caliper is same, it is made by Brake, and the disc size is 220 mm. In the front you get a telescopic suspension which is having a 120 mm of travel, and as per my experience it is a little bit steep but not the bothersome. And in the rear we get a monoshock suspension, so which is having same 120 mm of travel. Then if we move forward to riding dynamics, right, so as you can see I am very much relaxed. So it is a proper upright position, my arms are relaxed, then I can comfortably place my foot on the footrest, and it is very much confidence as well as comfortable position. So I have no doubt we can do definitely a long ride on this motorcycle without having a major body fatigue. Then the seat height is 835 mm. So I am a 6-foot guy, and you can see I can easily flat foot here, so it won't be a problematic for average height riders also. Then if we talk about the ground clearance, then it is 205 mm ground clearance, so which is very decent, I would say. It is more than the required, because your front and rear suspensions are little bit steep, so your motorcycle won't be touching or scraping any speed breaker or any pothole. So in that context, the 205 mm ground clearance is very much a welcome move by the Suzuki. Then if we talk about the seat, So I can see the rider seat is having a large dimension. It is decently sized and at the same time supportive also. Then if I talk about the seat cushion, then it is little bit firm, so in the long ride you won't be getting much issues. Then one thing I love about this motorcycle, it is having a fully functional pillion seats. So you can see it is a big and broad in dimension, so your pillion will be definitely happy. And in the rear, whenever we are talking about the grab rail, right, so this is again a fully functional grab rail. Here you can mount your top box also, and as per the Suzuki guideline, you can carry maximum of 6 kg weight on this grab rail. So this is again a fully functional design. Exhaust duty is being taken care by the twin can exhaust. So it is a decent sounding motor. There is no hint of any vibration, and exhaust note is also very soothing. So whenever you are wearing your helmet, so you won't be hearing that. But all I can say, this motor is very much refined, that I can feel before the test ride itself. Now as far as a design point of view, so the motorcycle is in front of you only. So do I need to say anything? It is a beautiful looking motorcycle. You get a practical knuckle guard. So this side cowl and beak, it is inspired by their legendary DXZ motorcycle. So it looks beautiful. Then you get good quality fender in the front, then 10 spoke alloy wheel, then good looking mirror, and they are very practical. They offer you a decent view. Then the decent size windshield. I am not sure if it is adjustable or not, but it offers decent protection at highway speed. Then in the front you get LED headlight, then LED turn signals. In the rear also you get LED turn signal and LED tail light. Now one more feature this motorcycle is having, which is having easy start mechanism. So you do not need to press the starter fully, just pull the clutch and press little bit and your motorcycle will come to life. Now it is having a good multi information display also, so which displays a tons of information. So starting from the speed, then the RPM, then the clock, then the fuel indicator, then the trip meter, then the average fuel consumption also, and at the same time it gives you an idea about the gears also. And you can use the same multi information display for the navigation also. Fuel tank capacity is 12 liter. So say for example, if it is giving you even 30 kmpl mileage, then easily you can do 300 to 350 kilometer on this motorcycle with a single fill. So that is a very good thing about this motorcycle. Now as you can see, it is having a single cradle down tube chassis, and engine itself act as a stress member in this chassis. So chassis is light, nimble, and it offers a decent feedback and confidence whenever we are doing a triple digit cruising speed. Now when you sit on this motorcycle, so you will realize it is not a normal compact adventure tourer. It is a full size motorcycle only, although it is having a 250 cc of engine, but the dimensions are pretty identical to the medium weight or medium weight adventure tourer category. So let us start this motorcycle. Now one thing I would like to highlight here, this motorcycle features a easy start mechanism. Means you just need to pull the clutch and then after press the starter up to half, and this motorcycle will start. So that is the technology employed by the Suzuki. And now you get minimalistic yet a very practical display. So it gives you a detail about almost everything that you need during your ride. So starting with the gear indicator, then odometer, then trip A, trip B, neutral, ABS, then some other warnings also, then RPM meter, clock, fuel level, and you can even connect your smart mode also. So you can use this display as navigation also. Then in the side you get a 12 volt USB holder also. So with the help of that you can charge your smartphone or other devices on the go. So now if we talk about the riding ergonomics, then as you can see this handlebar is little bit on a lower side. Matlab this motorcycle is basically originated from the Gixxer. So Gixxer is actually a sports motorcycle, so that's why Suzuki has written this character. They have just given us a little bit of comfort, but they have written the sporty character of Gixxer. And the rake angle is around 27 degree, so that is good for adventure tourer. Now let's ride this motorcycle. Now rider's triangle is very much on a relaxed side. As you can see, my hands are very much in a relaxed position, and reach is also good. मतलब अगर short height का बंदा है, even though this handlebar reach will be quite good, and sitting position is very much upright. मतलब जो स्टेप अप सीट है राइट, तो उसका जो हाइट है, सो दैट इज गिविंग माय टेल बोन एंड एडिशनल सपोर्ट. सो in this position I am sure we can ride for a long distances, say for example 500 or 800 kilometer in a day. Then foot pegs are little bit in the center, neither they are in the front, neither they are in the rear set, but they are exactly in the center. So if I talk about the body weight distribution of this motorcycle, then maximum of your body weight is transferred to your butts and thighs. So part of your body weight will be transferred to your hands, because this handlebar is little bit lowered, and the maximum of your weight is getting distributed between your arms, then your butts and your thighs. Your legs are little bit in a floated position. If we talk about engine of this motorcycle, then engine is the real highlight of this motorcycle, because it is a 250cc oil cooled SOSC engine, and SOSC technology is mainly used for extracting some low end as well as a mid range torque, because here you get a good low end as well as a mid range performance. And this engine, one more thing I would like to add, this engine is absolutely brilliant, because refinement level are top notch. You can't compare this motor with the other motorcycle in its category, because refinement and engine tractability is very good. Now as you can see, I am in a 6th gear and I am cruising at 50, 60, 55, then 50 kilometer per hour, and still there is no any engine knocking or no any kind of engine hiccup. So Suzuki has tuned this engine keeping requirement of an average Indian riders in mind. So what we want, good low end, then a decent mid range, and acceptable top end, so we can cruise in a triple digit speed all day long. So Suzuki has kept this requirement in mind and designed this motorcycle as per our Indian requirement condition only. Then if I talk about the transmission, then the gear ratios are closely packed, matlab they are on a shorter side, so you get a good torque and acceleration, but slightly detuned performance in the top end. So I won't be checking the top end, because this is the test ride motorcycle and I'm not sure how they have maintained this motorcycle. So I won't be taking this motorcycle above 100 km per hour, but at 100 km per hour also we will be getting a sufficient idea how it will perform in a triple digit cruising speed. Then if I talk about tractability, then this motor is very tractable. मतलब आप कोई भी गियर में इसको लो स्पीड्स पे चला रहे हो, तो even you can ride this motorcycle in second and third gear from the standstill. So that speaks a lot about the engineering expertise of Suzuki, because दूसरी कोई भी ब्रांड में आप जाओगे and if you are riding a 250cc or even a 300cc motorcycle, then you will feel that there is a lack of low end torque as well as a mid range torque. But in this Suzuki V-Strom 250 you won't feel that. So full marks from my side for tuning this engine as per our Indian requirement. Now as you can see, from the 60 this motorcycle picks up very cleanly, and easily you can gain 85, 90, 100 kmph cruising speed. So that says a lot about the engineering technology that Suzuki used in this motorcycle. And मैं डाउट नहीं करूंगा कि whenever they are claiming that they have used the MotoGP technology or MotoGP kind of parts in this motorcycle. So yes, they are marketing and claiming it is for the right reason.
Now if I talk about the handling of this motorcycle, so this motorcycle is having a 205 mm of ground clearance, and Suzuki marketing this motorcycle as a crossover. मतलब कि this is not a hardcore off-roader. You can use this motorcycle for your long distance journey, and that's why Suzuki has kept a ground clearance of 205, so it can tackle all our Indian road condition. Or to support that ground clearance, what Suzuki has done, they have given us the little bit steeper suspension setup in the front as well as in the rear, and that gives you a very rewarding handling. मतलब आप ये मोटरसाइकिल ऑल्दो इट इज अ स्पोर्ट्स टूरर राइट और एडवेंचर टूरर, but at the same time you can handle this motorcycle like a sports motorcycle, and that is the absolutely brilliant thing about this motorcycle. Riding at a speed of 95, right, then 100, और ये यामा वाले सुधरेंगे नहीं, ओवरटेक करके ही जाएंगे. So there is no hint of any vibration. So this motorcycle is very much refined, and I am totally impressed by the refinement level of this motorcycle. So if I want to compare this with other motorcycle, then only comparison that comes in my mind is a KTM 250 Adventure, so which is again a very good motorcycle, but it is having a YB motor, मतलब vibration बहुत ज़्यादा है उसमें, and performance wise it is slightly better than this, but at the end of the day what you want a practical motorcycle which is reliable, right, which offers you a very good performance on the highway or on the broken tarmac or a little bit of off-road, and at the same time low on maintenance. So I think this ticks all the boxes. So now it is 105, 106, and still there is no hint of any vibration. So for those who are not aware about my background, so I ride Interceptor 650, so which is clearly a refined engine, but believe me, I love the refinement of this single cylinder 250cc engine. I didn't expect that this thing from the Suzuki के इतना अच्छा refinement वो लोग provide करेंगे in this motorcycle. Now if I talk about engine heating, so as I mentioned earlier, that Suzuki was the pioneer in the development of the oil-cooled motorcycle engine, and I can feel that they have gained much more expertise in tuning the engine. So I can't feel engine heat in between my legs, and it is having a good thermal efficiency. Acceleration is very brisk, मतलब आप कोई भी गियर में acceleration दोगे so it will surge you ahead, it will push you forward. So that kind of tuning they have done, and Suzuki claims you don't need to sacrifice or compromise on fuel economy or mileage whenever you are enjoying the performance of this motorcycle. So I can't comment on that because I won't be testing the mileage of this motorcycle now, but from the refinement level I can say, suppose if frictions are less, it means performance will be more. If friction is less, it means mileage will be more. Then these rear view mirror, so they are of a good quality, they offer a decent view, and vibration भी नहीं है, मतलब even if you are doing a triple digit speed, so your mirrors will be very much stable, so it gives you a clear idea about the background. So they are perfect in size and perfectly placed. Now if I talk about the clutch action, so clutch is very soft in nature. You can easily shift the gear with your 2 fingers, so no complaint from my side for the tuning of this clutch. Today is little bit windy day, but still this motorcycle maintaining its posture, and that increased wheelbase of 1440 mm, that gives you a very decent stability on the triple digit speed as well as such kind of highway tours. Now if I talk about the transmission, then it is powered by the 6-speed transmission. Gear ratios थोड़े से shorter side में है, and that's why you get a good low end as well as a mid range torque and linear acceleration. But only thing I wish Suzuki should improve, it is the transmission. So I tell you why. Although it is a sure shifting transmission, मतलब you won't encounter any false gear or false neutral, but shifting बट शिफ्टिंग मैकेनिज्म इज नॉट दैट स्मूथ, मतलब आपको थोड़ा फील होगा कि ट्रांसमिशन इज लिटिल बिट ऑन अ क्रूड साइड. सो आई बिलीव सुजुकी को ये इम्प्रूव करना चाहिए. इफ दे इम्प्रूव द ट्रांसमिशन फील, then definitely this motorcycle is a winner, because no other motorcycle in its segment provide you this kind of performance at this price. Now I am not riding with a pillion as of now, but all I can say, the pillion will be very much comfortable on this motorcycle, because pillion seat is wide, accommodating, and the leg bending angle is very less, so your pillion will be comfortable on this motorcycle. So if you are planning this motorcycle for long rides, then definitely you can go for this motorcycle. I won't suggest this motorcycle for your off-road adventures or trail riding, because suspension is little bit on steeper side. तो सारे जितने भी undulations है that directly you will feel on your hand and body. So avoid this motorcycle for your adventure rides, but definitely you can buy this motorcycle for your long distance cruising. And the good thing about this motorcycle, it is just a 250cc motorcycle, so you get a good mileage. The service cost will be less, right? And at the same time you are getting a comfort level of the bigger adventure tourer, or a bigger or a higher cc adventure tourer. So this motorcycle is win-win for many buyers, or many people, those who are looking for a good trouble-free motorcycle for their long distance touring. Now I have done approximately 30 km, and there is no engine heating and no annoying vibration. So I am very much satisfied with the ride experience of this motorcycle, and दिल कर रहा है कि मैं भी एक ले लूँ, but we'll see.
Now let us sum up this overall riding experience of Suzuki V-Strom SX 250. So let us start with the pros and cons of this motorcycle. So the very first pro is its engine, because engine is extremely refined, and it is having a very good low end, mid range, as well as top end performance. And the cherry on the icing is this motor is extremely tractable, means you can use it in the city, you can use it in the bumper to bumper traffic also. So that is a good side about this engine. Then the another pro is handling. So as I mentioned earlier also, because it is having a steep suspension setup and a little bit increased wheelbase compared to the Gixxer 250. So this motorcycle handles very well. Rake angle is also decent. It is a 27 degree, so neither it is too high, neither it is too low. So you get best of both of the world, means handling as well as a comfort. Then the third pro is features and convenience. So this motorcycle is having all the necessary equipment, be it hardware or be it software. So that will be helpful to you in your day-to-day riding experience, or during long road and during your long rides. So that is the third pro. Then this motorcycle is having a very good pillion as well as a rider seats, and a rider as well as a pillion ergonomic. So your pillion will be very much empty. So I will be recommending this motorcycle for you if you are taking your pillion in a long ride or a short ride. So that is the fourth positive thing about this motorcycle. Then the fifth one is the brake. So front and rear, both the brakes offers a decent bite, and performance is good, stopping power is good, anchoring power is good, and ABS also perform flawlessly. And another thing, it is having a very good LED headlight also. So it's up to you if you want to install additional aux light or fog light, but as per me, this stock headlight is decent enough, and you won't need additional aux or fog light if you are riding in a city or you are doing occasional short rides. Then the next pro, it is the maintenance, right, and the warranty. So this motorcycle features a 10-year additional warranty program, and due to that it's a peace of mind. सपोज आप सर्विस सेंटर में ही इसको सर्विस कराते हो, तो योर वारंटी विल बी intact for at least 10 years. So in between, if anything goes wrong, then always you can get those parts replaced under the warranty. The next thing is the build quality. So although it is priced at 2.5 lakh rupee on the road here in Vadodara, Gujarat, but all I can say, the parts do not feel cheap, they are well built. And the last positive point from my side, it is its dimension, or it can give you a big bike feel. Although it is a 250cc motorcycle, but जब आप इसको देखोगे तो you won't get an idea कि it is just 250cc motorcycle, because dimension is huge and lot of option to carry luggage also. So in that point of view, this motorcycle will be your daily workhorse also, and at the same time you can take this motorcycle in the long distance touring also. Now if we talk about the negative side of this motorcycle, so I won't say negative, but I felt it, so I am sharing these things with you. So very first thing, as I mentioned earlier, it is the transmission. So transmission is definitely a good, but the shifting action is not that much smooth. So due to that, it is not confidence inspiring. So I feel Suzuki should improve their transmission, means shifting mechanism thoda improve kar lo, it should be little bit more smoother, and then this motorcycle is an all-rounder. I won't be having any issue with it. And the second thing, the suspension is little bit steep, so I won't advise you to take this motorcycle in the off-road or trail rides, because those undulation and the road surface will be directly felt to your body, because suspension won't be absorbing anything, so that much they are steep. So these two things only, the transmission and a little bit steep suspension in rear as well as in the front. Otherwise this is extremely a very good motorcycle, and I recommend this motorcycle to those who are planning to buy a motorcycle for city usage, then Sunday or a breakfast short ride, and at the same time they are planning to take their motorcycles to the long distance touring, Leh, Ladakh, Spiti. So this motorcycle is for you, and it is extremely value for money motorcycle as per my opinion. So definitely you can go with this motorcycle. So that's it from my side. I hope you like the video, and if you like it, then feel free to subscribe to my channel also, and hope to see you in the next video. Till then, ride safe and take care.